Why, Mummy, where's that book keeps? It keeps saying the IU system is starting. Chapter 1, 2, 3. So, next place. Minecraft. Do do do. So, let's play with you all. Let's go to this world. I'm gonna make a house out of hard black. And what did I pick? Then I picked it. And nothing. What did I pick? What did I pick? I'm gonna make a trampoline park. Tent table. Some cake.
Would you like to age just a bit more slowly than your friends? Jim Al-Khalili and his team the mind-bending properties of gravity and unlock the secrets of the space and time we live in. Let gravity give you a lift. A one-off special coming soon on BBC 4.
So, this is my trampoline. It's only gonna be small, because to be honest, it's my first time building one. So, it's just gonna, I know what I should make. Invisible maze. Okay. Fence. Where are you, fence?
This is BBC World News Today, broadcasting in the UK and around the world. I'm Olga Patel. Here are the headlines. More details emerge about the man who was shot dead at a Paris airport after he attacked a military patrol. The 39-year-old had a long criminal record, and authorities believe he was radicalised in prison.
Soldiers, drop your weapons and put your hands on your heads. I'm here to die for Allah. There will be dead.
Dramatic footage from Peru as mudslides and flash floods continue to bring chaos and destruction. G20 finance ministers abandon a commitment
Okay,
to
so
trade
just
in the face
like
of opposition from the Trump administration. And the world's healthiest hearts are found among hunter-gatherers in Bolivia. So what can we learn about their lifestyle?
die. So let's just clear out all of this.
We begin in France, where a man was shot dead after trying to seize a soldier's weapon at Orly Airport in Paris. It's now emerged that the suspect had been involved in another shooting earlier in the day. The man, named as Zaid Ben Belgacem, later stole a car and made his way to Orly, France's second largest airport, just south of Paris. Officials say he was known to the intelligence services and was suspected of having radical Islamist leanings. Here's our Paris correspondent, Lucy Williamson.
Paris has got used to seeing security forces everywhere. This is why. At one of the capital's most protected sites today, an attack on a military patrol. As passengers queued for early morning flights, Paris's northern suburbs wrestled a female soldier to the ground and tried to grab her weapon before being shot dead by her colleagues.
D'après les premiers témoignages des militaires, il avait
He told the
What's going to
soldiers,
happen?
drop your weapons and put your hands on
The
your
thing
heads.
is, once he
I'm here to
targeted the
die for
female,
Allah. There
he
will
thought
be
he was
death.
going to overpower and then do whatever he had to do.
Police say the suspect, named as Ziad B, shot at officers with a pellet gun earlier this morning during a traffic check. The Paris prosecutor confirmed he was on a criminal watch list
Do you know what I
and
mean?
that intelligence services believed he'd been radicalised. His father and brother are now being questioned by police. President Hollande said France's extra security measures had today proved their worth.
ceux qui s'interrogeaient encore sur
Anyone was questioning the presence of military personnel in public places like the airport must understand that for the military, to
So
reinforce the
this may
security,
take a long
it is
time,
essential that
guys.
they responded to the orders that were given by me and the government. We must remain vigilant.
Tonight, the southern terminal here at Orly has reopened as anti-terrorist investigators begin their work. The cordon of security that's gone up across this country over the past 2 years held firm today, but it's another reminder of the fear that still haunts France. Lucy Williamson, BBC News, Orly.
Well, let's get more in this. With me in the studio is Olivier Jeter, security expert from the firm Global Strat. Who do you believe was the target of this attack?
I think it was possibly the soldiers, because as we've seen time and again, Islamic State has called for soldiers to be attacked. They are at the top of the food chain, if you will. In the Louvre attack about a month and a half ago, also soldiers were targeted. In France, there's a long history of soldiers being really at the top of targets of jihadists.
What do you think about the fact that this man had a criminal record?
What's going on in
He
Paris?
appears he could have been radicalised in prison. Should the authorities be doing more in terms of this?
It's very difficult at this point to do more, because already with the amount of potential jihadists that they have on their terror watch list, which this individual was not on, they have 15,000 people that they think could become potential terrorists that they have to monitor, and they can't monitor more than 500 of those 15,000. So it's a huge undertaking, and it's difficult for us to comprehend the task at work for security services.
You're French yourself. What do you think about the threat level facing France at the moment?
I was in Paris last week meeting with different counterterrorism experts, and the main issue that we have today is the run-up to the French presidential elections. I'm very concerned that the next month and a half until the first round are going to be critical. Already, Islamic State followers are calling for attacks that would tilt the balance in the election, like Al-Qaeda did in Spain in 2004.
And as a security analyst, what more do you think can be done?
The main issue is not physical security, but it's really the intelligence. The problem we had in France is that former President Sarkozy removed one of the services that was doing all the human intelligence, that was basically getting information from informers that were infiltrating those cells or people in the inside. This was dismantled in 2008, and now we're paying the price.
What do you think of Operation Sentinel, this move to get soldiers onto the streets, the soldiers outside this airport? Do you think it's working?
It's working for the psyche of the people. I mean, it's a feel-good really operation, because you have 10,000 soldiers on the streets. They could be more targets than protecting people. We've seen that in the past. But at the same time, if you have someone that wants to come in at Orly Airport or any airport before the check-in, and he has a gun and he wants to kill 10, 15 people, you can put how many soldiers you want. That's not going to help if you can't get the info ahead of time. So intel is crucial.
Thank you very much for being with us. There's been no respite for Peru after torrential rain triggered the country's
That
worst
did
flooding
not.
and mudslides in 20 years.
Okay, down to creeper time.
That's good.
Thousands have been left
Yep,
care.
State of emergency has been declared across the country. Jenny Mitchell reports.
Then it's TNT time. Oh yeah.
Loading wall of muddy water barrels towards a base in northern Peru.
David's
Escape for the towpath as the
Oh, look.
vehicle slows up front and drifts to a standstill.
God.
Others have not been so lucky after the most prolonged downpours in decades, blamed on the El Nino weather pattern. Rescue teams have been stretched to the limit after bridges and roads were swept away and those who built makeshift homes on floodplains dry for decades were burnt out. Zip lines have saved countless lives here in the capital Lima. The lives of residents.
Look at the water,
Is that a dog?
This year's rainy season, say the authorities, has delivered 10 times as much rainfall as usual. The government has announced 760
Time to make a cake.
for the worst affected areas. As in many, that's yet to be felt.
Time to make a TNT.
The people have stayed but are trapped. Floors have flooded almost up to the first floor. Walls have collapsed. The force of the water is very strong. We need more people to help.
All the houses here are flooded. Our possessions are all ruined. The banks aren't going to help us recover. We need this government aid, please. More than 500,000
Let's go to the nether.
others left dependent on bottled water after supplies were contaminated or clogged.
Hmm.
This is the warning of another fortnight of intense
What was the thing, Mark?
for Peru's beleaguered population. It's
What was the
missing
event?
nets. Jenny Mitchell, BBC News.
Manchester yesterday.
Let's go to Germany now, where finance ministers from the world's biggest economies are backtracking on past commitments to free trade after the US rejected a deal on the open flow of goods. As many countries absorb the shock of the move, there's a warning it paves the way for increasing protectionism from the Trump administration. I've been speaking to the BBC's business correspondent Joe Lynham about the significance of this move.
I think it is significant because this is the first time that I can recall that there has been no reference to resisting protectionism and urging more free trade. That's been the mantra that's been included in communiques for up to a decade. So the fact that the Americans have insisted that this kind of language is excluded from the final statement is significant, and it is, of course, a reflection of the policy adopted by President Trump. He said very clearly that he wants to tear up TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, and TTIP, the North Atlantic trade agreement that was under discussion, is all but dead. He also said that NAFTA is the worst deal that America ever signed, and he's talking about a border tax on goods coming into America. So that's the language the president is using. He's almost certainly told his Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin to get in there and resist any calls to the contrary.
It shows, doesn't it, how powerful the US is at the G20. In practicality, what are the consequences of this?
It just kind of means that everybody says sit and wait, because the Americans have talked a lot of stuff about trade, protectionism, they're even resisting climate change, as you know, in today's communique. But they haven't acted on it yet. So the Americans haven't pulled out of the Paris Accord on climate change. They haven't yet torn up NAFTA. They haven't yet imposed a border tax on goods coming into America. So we don't know yet. It could just be campaign rhetoric for the president, who continues to campaign even though he's now been elected. Let's just wait and see. It's probably what the 19 finance ministers will probably say.
And the president, his policy, his administration flexing its muscle here. What has been the reaction?
Well, Michel Sapin, he's the French finance minister, said it was regrettable that the two most essential items on the world agenda, climate change and free trade, were not communicated. Wolfgang Schäuble, he is the of today's event. He said basically he cannot force people to include language with which they are uncomfortable. But obviously, as the host, he would much prefer that language to be in the final communique, and the Germans are the biggest trading partner of the Americans anyway.
Let's get some other news for you this hour. A scandal over the safety of meat sold by Brazil is now so serious the president's called an emergency meeting with his ministers. Health inspectors were allegedly bribed to sign off food unfit for human consumption. A number of multinational companies are involved. involved. It's bad timing for Brazil, the world's
So,
largest exporter of meat.
bye. Tune in next time.
US Secretary of
Bye.
State